because we don't pause. We just do, and we get exhausted and we continue to do more. That sometimes I wonder, have we forgotten how to be aware? Welcome to Coach Soul, the podcast where we explore therapeutic ways to the best versions of ourselves. I'm your host, Steve Hudgins. I'm a licensed professional counselor dedicated to helping you navigate life's challenges. In each uplifting episode, we'll discuss mental health, relationships, self-care, emotional well-being, and personal growth. Join me and with my co-host, Kenya Evelyn, a therapeutic life coach, where sometimes we'll even welcome special guests to our show that share their experience and expertise. So let's embark on this transformative path together and discover a healthier and happier you. Happy New Year, Kenya. I'm getting too old to be staying up past midnight. But then again, is that just a state of mind, state of being, choice? What is it when it's midnight and we bring in this new year?
I love this so much. Happy New Year! I'm so excited to be here, Steve. And everyone that's listening, wow, I feel the newness. And you know what? Let's not address age right now. Is that okay?
I'm all for it.
Yeah, let's not address that because I truly believe it's state of mind. And from my perspective, Steve, the fact that you feel that way after midnight, in my experience, not just as a fellow human, but as a fellow health coach, primarily, I have many certifications, but here's the thing. You're actually in sync with nature. No one is,
sure.
You're not. So if you feel off, you feel like you're pushing your body after 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, congratulations. You are sensitive to the rhythm of Earth, to the natural rhythm of the universe, which is sunset, the chickens go away. Come on now. And then the roosters start in the morning, and then you come out with the sun. That is the natural rhythm, which is so hard to match our bodies to nature if you live in a big city, if you have so much distortions. And that, my friends, is what we're talking in the beginning of the year. How to clear out the distortion that is bombarding us from our water, from our food, from our energetic field, to really come back in alignment to how God created men and women to be in full vibrancy, in full energy, in full health, in full aliveness.
It's interesting because it's like, okay, everybody gets on this holistic, let's get on the treadmill, let's get on the diet, let's get our skin tanned and get ready for cruises and spring break. And it's the hustle and the bustle that, do we just pause? Are we so caught up in the moment? 2025 for me went so fast, but so many great things happened. If we just pause and reflect at the positivity, the doctorates is obtained, a book was published, my father passed away. And in this year, it's like I'm already working on the third book. You and I talked about writing, co-authoring a book together from a female-male perspective. And it's like, here we have all these great plans and goals, but how do we find a home within our own self to feel content? When I feel like we live in this world that is consumerism, high anxiety, and it doesn't feel like a home.
Wow. I love that question so much. You open up a lot of loops. So let me see if I can reflect back. The how do we find ourselves content? We decide. We 100% get to decide. How you doing things, how you do everything. It's a saying that's been going on forever. So if you look in the mirror and the temptation for 2026 is, I want a better skin, I want a better body. Congratulations. My invitation for you is that the same feeling that you had last year and then you did nothing about it? So, in other words, is that a vicious cycle to notice what's wrong, but not have the alignment to push forward? So my question for you is, which other areas of your life you just notice what is quote quote wrong, but then you don't do anything about it? You just perpetuate the feeling of not being happy with yourself, not being
Mm.
happy with your skin, not being happy, and maybe you do it for a week or two or a month and then drop it. So where in your life have you had the pattern of inconsistency? So those questions are awareness questions. Once you can answer, and this is not right or wrong, Steve, I do it too, uh, once you know which areas, choose one thing. Literally choose one thing to not just to change. We're not going for change. We're going for love. We're going for thank you, body, for caring for 3 kids. Thank you, body, for carrying me for 3 jobs. Thank you, body, for going through C word and come out healthy. This season of,
Right.
come out.
Yeah.
Thank you,
You-
thank you, thank you. So there's so much your body and your immune system is doing for you. Do you know that much of our weight is protective weight, is energetic protection? So just shift your awareness to, what if I can say thank you for what is, and now from a place of love and gratitude, you know what? I will drink more water. And give yourself a goal. Is it 2 liters a day? Is it 3 liters a day? As a coach, what I would say is half of your body weight in ounces. That's the standard. You can go more, but here's the ticker: the quality of your water. Okay? Because if you're
Right.
doing tap water, it's not cutting. And if you're not putting a little bit of salt or a little bit of lemon, it's not cutting. You're just peeing all your minerals. I can say pee in the podcast, right? You're just passing all your minerals. So you can be dehydrated. I have been
Yes.
dehydrated before. Most of us are walking around, if I can say nothing about health in this podcast, but really highlight hydration. 70% of our body is water.
But a lot of times,
Notice that.
Kenya, it goes back into when I think about Solomon in the Bible, or even David. David says, "Be still and know that I am God."
Mm,
And it's not about sitting still. To me, it's getting your mind to a place to where there is stillness and not a lot of monkey chatter.
yeah.
And how do we listen to our bodies? We don't. We just do whatever we think is best, or it feels good to eat a certain food or whatever. Our food here is toxic.
Yes.
And hopefully, those changes have been made. But when you think about a home and a soul, it's what ways can we be content for this new year? It's great that we have all these resolutions. It's great to set these goals, but what about self-awareness should be the top priority for us? Because to me, when we have self-awareness, we're going to be able to listen to our body when it's
Yes.
dehydrated. We're going to be able to be present with our loved one who is wanting to connect with us.
Yes.
I've been working with a couple for the past 2 years, and it's like constant go, 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 go with 5 kids. He works, he does the sports, she works, goes to nursing school. And I'm like, when do you have time for you to connect? And this is the reason why we're doing therapy, is because we're not being content and we're not taking the time to listen.
Perfect. So here's how I'll answer to that. First of all, you nailed in the head. The awareness itself. Let's do it right now, shall we? Take a breath through your nose and release slowly. Exhale. And ask yourself, body, what do you need right now? Just the awareness that you have a body that you live in your body, that there's oneness, but there's separation. It's the medicine that we need right now.
For sure.
That's it. If I say, what do I need right now with my husband? I don't know if I told you that, but the other day we went to a marriage weekend, if you will.
Yeah, yeah.
And the thing that came out, a lot came out. But the one thing I want to share in this podcast is I had no idea that he had no idea that going for a 5-minute walk with me at any point of the day, we said noon, but sometimes we have coaching calls or I'm out with the kids, but anytime that we get outside and walk around the neighborhood for 5 minutes, it's so life-giving for our relationship. Now, mind you, we've been married for 20 years. And I've been telling him for 20 years, come for a walk with me. Do you know what he told me? And I'm not exposing my husband because he knows, I could say this in the podcast. He said, I thought you were wanting me to do exercise with you, and I thought you were calling me fat. I said, no. You do whatever you want to do with your body. I know I cannot make you do anything. I wanted to connect. Literally, right. The art of walking side by side, maybe hold hands, maybe not, just looking at the sun. It felt so healing. It felt so connected to me. Now, he had the awareness for 20 years that he thought, she just wanted me to, get my body in gear. I just wanted to connect. Now he shifted his awareness. I was like, wow, all because he decided to go for a walk.
So let me interject real quick from a man's point of view. I need to share for men. Look, when she's asking, hey, will you go to Walmart for me? It's not you going by yourself. It's you going with her because she wants to spend time to connect. Yeah, we're both tired. We don't want to. Who wants to go shopping? I don't when I get off work. Right. And be around a bunch of other people. It's the time that she wants to get away from the kids, get away from the house. No, she doesn't like shopping either at this time. But it's a time two people can go at once, knock something out together, get it done, be done. It's just same thing with the kitchen. It's guys, go in there, help chop up some vegetables. Yeah, she could cook. Great. But it's both people getting in there so that, I don't know, you cook it quicker, you clean up quicker, and there's time to play later. It's just that moment of awareness of being able to say, hey, how do we create this home environment with each other to where it's peaceful, and being able to be aware of each other's needs, but also our needs are of our own. And so, Kenya, I think it's important that men need to be aware, but at the same time, women, and I'll let you speak on this piece, but I had a lady first time in meeting with her yesterday, and they're separated, thinking about contemplating about a divorce. And I shared with her how often sometimes do we get on to him or saying that this is not done right, or we complain because he's not being present. You say he wants to do something for you, and you say, I've got this. Well, as men, they shut down.
Yeah. I see that, but I also see women not speaking at all. So let's go back to, because we can continue that next week, the reflection of the marriage. For today, I want to come back to us, with your permission, Steve.
Sure.
Temptation is, if you're married, is, if I want to be happy and I feel like belonging, I need to make sure that my husband is, I need to make sure that my wife is this. And it's not outside projection, sister and brother. It is you and your body first. So coming back to you and your body first. Are you ready for the secret of happiness? Yeah. You want to be happy 2026? Do you want to be happy every day, every breath? You got to befriend yourself. You got to really befriend your language, how you're talking to yourself. How are you caring for yourself? Nobody can do that for you. You can have the best husband in the world. You can have the best wife in the world, the best girlfriend, boyfriend, kids, pets. You have the key. Not even God can talk to you because you're going to block the list. If you're so used to talk yourself down, God can be telling you all those things. The Holy Spirit can be moving and you are blocking because you have free will. You're not interpreting as love. You're not interpreting as guidance because you're so used to see things negative and seeing what's wrong. And I say that to all of us, including myself, because we're bombarded by distortion. We are bombarded by distortion. So what Steve and I wants to bring to your awareness today is look for alignment. The majority of the things that feels off are off, is distortion. Is this real food? Because that package will become who you are. Think about that. That Oreo will become Kenya. That Oreo will become Steve. If you think about it that way, the awareness of everything I put in my mouth becomes me. Every sip I have becomes my hydration or dehydration. What does God says? I'm the living water. Put in Google right now what's living water. It's structured water. It's spring water, the water of life. Are you drinking dead water or spring water? Just the awareness. Make it easy. Ask yourself, is my words right now life-giving towards me? Are my thoughts? Because we have sovereignty. I love this S word, this sovereignty, this connection with God. We have our divine nature and we have our human nature.
Right.
That's it. The awareness, which nature is speaking right now. It is a habit. My friends, my beloved friends from Coached Soul, let's be this podcast a decision for a spiritual push-up. You are a spirit and a soul that live in this body. The awareness of it will change every breath, from shallow breath to deeper breath. Give yourself the abundance of oxygen. Give yourself the abundance of love. The awareness of it will change your life, will change your day, will change your minute.
You know, Kenny, when I'm hearing what you're saying too, I was thinking, and I'm pausing on purpose because we don't pause. We just do, and we get exhausted and we continue to do more. That sometimes I wonder, have we forgotten how to be aware?
Yeah.
Have we forgotten what home is for us? What does it feel like to be content? Because sometimes we come home and it's like, look at this mess.
Yeah.
Because we just put things here and there and we don't tidy up as long as we go. And so we get exhausted, and then we're more exhausted because of what we see. And so we begin to become depressed because there's no clean, there's only clutter. And we do that with our own emotions.
Yeah.
You know, I call it the back shelf, that we just put emotion. But how long is that shelf going to last if we keep continuing to pile up a crap load of emotion, right? And I hate using that term, but you think about these emotions and how we hold on to that, right?
I want to speak to our listeners about what you just said. Nobody means to do that, Steve. Isn't that the truth? I have so much compassion. Right. It's all of us. It's all of us of every age, children, teens, because nervous system regulation is not something we were taught. And believe it or not, our emotions create all the regulation or dysregulation. And this would be a great podcast for another time. I told you off the mic that my dog just had puppies. And oh my goodness, the joy of seeing a live birth, to see what animal instincts is so flawless. And you know what I thought, Steve? My human instincts, our human instincts This is why I'm saying about alignment and awareness, because if we pause, even when we decide to take our beautiful tool called cell phone, maybe just 3 times a day, I actually have it every hour, a reminder to pause. True story. I said, contemplate. And I might just take a couple breaths and see the state of my hips, if I am crunchy or if I am just literally stop to ground if I can. And by if I can, I mean take my shoes off and go outside and actually ground. If I'm driving, no, I can't. But I'm imagining that I'm in connection with everything, because I am. The invitation today, dear listeners, is to see that God has given you a perfect body. And if you look yourself in the mirror and there's something that you don't like, aesthetic, or maybe you are going through a health crisis, you have a choice today to speak blessings on the body that is, on the sickness that it is. Ken, are you telling me to bless the sickness? I am. Because you can bless it and it would diffuse or not, or you can resist and it will spread. I'll repeat myself. Whatever you resist, it gets bigger. Resisting is giving more energy to it. So you control the controllables. And the controllables is how you think. And how you think creates the emotions. So I'm not saying thank you, God, for this disease. I am saying there's something here for me and I am willing to see. I'm ready to learn. And every breath and every moment that I have in this earth, I want to live fully. So thank you for what is. The opposite of that is to keep doing what you have been doing, what we have been doing. And my question is, how's it working for you? Are you any happier? Are you any healthier?
Where do we find rest? You know, when you think about finding your way home, I kind of like the title for this podcast, but we'll come up with something. But when I think about trying to find our way, I mean, New Year's just started, and we're already trying to list a whole mountain load of things that we want to get done.
Right.
And the new year just started. So to me, sometimes I think we create chaos without taking that breath. And, you know, it's like the analogy of you and, you know, your husband walking. Walking doesn't have to be exercise. Walking is just amongst the, you know, my neighborhood is full of hills. And so there's inclines and down. So I know one way to go if I don't want to go up it. So, but there's a gradual incline. But sometimes I think that we create our own chaos because we think about something, visualize something first, instead of pausing, reflecting. Exactly.
So, dear listeners, to what Steve just said, could this be the pattern? Could this be the pattern that you have accepted as your own? Oh, let's get better. 1% better, 2% better. I'm guilty too, y'all. Like the obsession for self-development and get one level deeper, one level deeper, one level deeper. Like that is a positive obsession, if you will. Like I have that personal mastery obsession for the past easy 20 years.
Right.
However, here's what I want to tell you, dear listeners and Steve. The choice that we're inviting you today is what, just like me watching my dog giving birth and trusting her natural animal instincts, what if you would dare to trust that your divine instincts kick in when you take one step back?
Mm-hmm.
One step back, because your body has a wisdom that is I say that when I said that, I have chills all over. So I know this is here and this is an activation for all of us. Your DNA carries the answers. Your body's not trying to work against you and giving you, crunchy back pains and split. There's data.
It's a caution light that's in a intersection that says you've got to pay attention to yield before we come to a full stop.
Yes.
If you want to look at that visualization, Kenya, we've got to wrap it up, and I hate doing that, but at the same time, it's Happy New Year. Take that deep breath, pause and reflect. Know that your mind can be your home. Just don't let it be your prison.
Yes.
Final thoughts?
My invitation, yes, thank you. My invitation as you start this year is the thought of, I'm supported. I am connected. This is no affirmation. There can be affirmation from one perspective, yes, but my invitation here is your body's here to support you.
Right.
Your friends are here to support you. The Holy Spirit is here. Take a breath. What if I take a breath and trust that it is done? That everything that is for me will find me as I find love within myself in every breath, and I dismantle the patterns that I know it does not belong to me. I know that I'm not created to just go, and then break in a disease pattern, in a overwhelm pattern, in a loneliness pattern, in a disconnected pattern. So if you notice and you stop and invite yourself to know that God is here, that we're here, that your body's here to support you, your breath is the breath of God because it is, then it is done. And just that shift, I dare to say, you have the most happy, amazing, and connected New Year.
Until next time, take care and God bless.
So much love.
Thank you for tuning in to today's episode on Coach Soul. As we wrap up, we want to remind our listeners of a few key points. This podcast is for informational purposes only and does not substitute professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. The content shared here is based on professional opinion but may not apply to everyone's situation. Always consult with a qualified healthcare provider before making changes to your mental health care. If you're in a crisis, please seek immediate professional help or contact a crisis hotline. Listening to this podcast does not create a therapist-client relationship. For personal advice, please consult with your licensed mental health professional in your area. Remember, your mental health journey is unique. While we hope this information is helpful, it is crucial to work directly with the qualified personnel for your specific needs. Thank you again for tuning in to Coach Soul, and we'll see you next time.